Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown, where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. On TSR, I make it my life's calling not just to review products, but to tell stories, with plenty of autobiographical and infomercial-like elements, as long as the products I review are good. And of course, in the delivery, there's a fair amount of imagination. After all, imagination is what makes any story worth watching. Why do you think so many YouTubers continue the storytime trend? It's been there since the dawn of time. And I think it's high time we take it up to the next level. What say you? If you're ingredients, then join me now as we become supersonic storytellers, telling the stories of those who came before us. First up, we're turning another page in America's recipe book, Cook's Country, from the fine storytellers at America's Test Kitchen. This particular issue from February-March 2018 was picked up for $1.99 as part of a massive Cook's Country birthday haul back in 2024. Spaghetti and meatballs. Why wait for Sunday supper? Our streamlined recipe for drop meatballs, at least, lets you serve this family-style favorite any night of the week. Countless stories have been told gathered around the table, feasting on this Italian-American classic. This is just one of several recipes that will be the catalyst for scrumptious stories around the table and beyond that you'll find in this issue. So let's get started. First, executive food editor Brian Roof helps make 1 million meatballs. Not really 1 million, but almost close, in Rocky Shadow. Helping out Basil DeLuca, a member of the family behind the Villa de Roma restaurant in South Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They're actually in a satellite prep kitchen because this much prep for this amount of meatballs wouldn't fit in their regular prep kitchen back at the restaurant. In any event, inspired by this prep, this story, and this recipe, Morgan Bowling creates her signature drop meatballs, streamlining a better route to tender meatballs in a brightly flavored sauce that would make any plate of spaghetti mighty happy. This recipe will serve 6 to 8. Next up, a recipe for old-fashioned chicken noodle soup. Another catalyst for a great story. Hey, even if you're sick, you can still craft a good story. Morgan Bowling's aim was a rich, soothing soup that's easy enough to make on a sick day, yet the memories remain fodder for great storytellers, even when they're ill. This serves 4 to 6. This is the American Table segment talks about Campbell's chicken noodle soup at its place in nostalgia. Plus 4 easy steps highlighted in photographs to homemade chicken noodle soup. Next up, Brooklyn Prosciutto Bread by Katie Lane. Why just pile cured meats atop your bread when you can embed capicola, prosciutto, and pepperoni deep within? Inspired by a scrappy Brooklyn loaf coming of age at the G. Esposito and Sons Jersey Pork Store in Brooklyn, New York, where the origins of this recipe come from. Yes, you can embed cured meats into this Brooklyn prosciutto bread and even do it with provolone. As you can see right here, it can even be made ahead. Next up, Hoosier pie. This sweet, simple pie was missing consistency, but don't despair. Katie found it. Hoosier pie was born in Indiana, hence the Hoosier pot, as a desperation dessert in the 1800s when fresh fruit was scarce and eggs weren't always easy to come by. So the recipe ingredients called for in here include vanilla extract, nutmeg, cornstarch, salt, sugar, heavy cream, unsalted butter. It's as simple and as purist as can possibly be, and yet it's sweet, simple, and altogether delicious. This confectionery right here might be a different story, depending on how strong your taste buds really are. Maine potato coconut candy, adapted and tested by Cecilia Jenkins. The key to this candy's success is instant mashed potato flakes. It's really more of a texture thing than taste. If you tasted them, I doubt this thing would have had the traction it got in Maine and outside of Maine. Hey, I wouldn't know. The only potato candy I ever had was potato chips. Wise being the regional brand, and the Lay's the national brand being the best. Here we have in the one-pan section, polenta, sauces, and peppers, once again by Cecilia, an Italian-American classic with a hot oven producing excellent results, but a skillet trumping it down. And in the cookie for two section, one of my all-time favorites, shepherd's pie, one of my all-time favorite section, I should say. Never really had shepherd's pie. Anyway, this hearty dish traditionally serves a hungry family. Allie Buckley scaled it down for a date night. A date night recipe? Shepherd's pie? If you must, you must, but I've reserved this for if you really feel comfortable with that special someone. It doesn't have enough sex appeal for a first date night meal. Nor should it. I mean, it's shepherd's pie. Homey, comforting, delicious, a staple for many busy families and those who are just relaxed to the tea. Yeah, that. Each recipe in here, no matter if it has global influences or not, and a few of these things do, is uniquely, distinctly American. In its preparation, its origin, and of course, its savoriness across many family tables. Only you can tell those stories if you ever tried these recipes. And of course, because this is an America's Test Kitchen brand, you get ingredient recommendations, a couple of equipment testings, oh yeah, and a couple of scientific and make-ahead notes, plus the anatomy of a cast iron skillet. Cook's Country will soon no longer be on the newsstands, but as long as back uses can be found in thrift stores anywhere, this one getting a full-on 5 out of 5 because I find scarcely anything wrong with this, we will continue to keep our heads out of the sand and our forks on the road. That's Cook's Country. It's our country. Buckle up and dig in. Or in the case of this, manja, manja, manja. Thanks a lot for watching. Here's what's on tap for Tuesday. Now would be a good time to say if you ever saw this, this is as loud as any sustained war I have ever heard at Warner Brothers Studios. Oh, how that audience screamed in joy. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.